You've got to change your mindset. You need to know your self-worth.
Frank, feel free to tell us all the great stuff that you told us just the other day on the C4 call. And if you want more of Frank, and I know that you do, you can actually go to the C4 website and watch the recording of him being on C4 just last week, or was it 2 weeks ago? Was it last week?
2 weeks ago?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But really good. I mean, it's real bread and butter, awesome,
raw
stuff, guys. This is not sugarcoated. Anyway,
Yeah.
Go Frank.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Beef. I'll tell you, Beef should have his own residency in Las Vegas on the Strip. He expends more energy than anybody I know. Anyway, thank you for putting up with me. I know right now it's about 4:30, and the only thing you guys are thinking about, should I have prime rib, Asian, Mexican food for dinner? So I know where your head's at. So I'm going to just give a brief background on myself. And I'm born and raised in Sacramento, went to Christian Brothers High School, Sac State, played a lot of baseball. I still think that I can pitch 9 innings, but those days are gone. So believe it or not, my background is UPS and FedEx. I did not get my real estate license until I was 48 years old, back in 2003. So yes, I've been around for a while. I didn't study for the state test because I was a corporate manager for FedEx, and I thought I was all that in a bag of chips because I was a boss of over 500 people. I mean, do I need to study for real estate? God humbles you really quickly. Yep. So what I did is I took a crash course, and I was able to pass my tests and get on with it. I started with this company called Keller Williams back in 2003. And I think Keller Williams is a great company, great training. I met a lot of friends for life there. I really, really enjoyed it. Next thing I know, I was on a plane to San Diego because they heard I had corporate experience. They needed a sales manager for Keller Williams in a place called Little Italy. Do you guys know where Little Italy is in San Diego? It is the best place to go for lunch, okay? So I took a small office from about 57 agents up to about 120. I got a call 6 months later saying, would you come to a place called Huntington Beach? And I went, let me think about that for a minute. Yes, okay? So I went to Huntington Beach. About a year later, I got a call from a place called Valencia, California, right over the grapevine, okay? Far cry from living on Newport Beach on PCH Boulevard to going to Valencia. But I was there for 5 years. I started that office with 57 agents, and in 5 years when I left, there was over 430 agents there, okay? Took a lot of work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Plus my wife was living in Sacramento. So I commuted back and forth for over 5 years. A lot of people came to me and go, how did you get that awesome arrangement? Crazy, I guess. And then what happened is we had a tragedy in our family. I had to come back to Sacramento and decided to stay there. And I tried to get a job with Keller Williams, but unfortunately, nowadays, they like the younger kids, the 30, 40-year-olds, sales manager, tech savvy, which I am not, because I am the opposite of smart, okay? And so I went to a company called Remax. They made me an offer I couldn't refuse, okay? Ended up being a manager there for a year. After a year, they made me the division manager of Sacramento, from Sacramento all the way to Fresno. Okay? That's a gnarly trip to Fresno. Okay? Yes, I do know Tim Yee. Great guy. Okay? Really enjoyed it. And then 5 years ago, I discovered another company, and presently I'm with EXP. Been there for 5 years. So, I was at a seminar today and in Rockland, And I'm just going to give you some things that I've noticed after all my years. And if I say anything different, go check with your broker, go check with your manager, your mentor, or whatever, because there are some things that I think you need to do to level up. Some of you, it's going to hit a nerve. I hope so. But here we go. Okay? There was probably over 300 people in that room this morning. An agent was training, and she did over $100 million in sales volume last year. 100 million. Okay? You know what half the room was doing? On their phone. Texting. Now, when you get my age, okay, the next speaker did over 200 million. Guess what they were doing? On their phones. So I've come to a couple things. One of the things that I can teach you if you don't remember anything is when you wake up in the morning, do not touch your phone for 30 minutes. And some of you are going, oh, exactly. Because the first thing you do when you respond on your phone, it's not really good. It's a relative with drama, somebody asking you for money, or something. 30 minutes, do not touch your phone at all. Okay? The reason I'm saying this is I have been reading in the last 6 months on my third go around on a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you've ever heard of that book, get it on audio. Okay, Atomic Habits. It is awesome because the challenge that most of you have, your morning is not scheduled. I don't care what company you work for. I don't care. But there are priorities in life that you need to take care of. The first thing is I wake up and I hydrate. Big glass of water. The second thing is I get into my reading. I don't care what you believe in, get into it. The third, listen to something positive. The fourth, write down affirmations and gratitude. You're probably saying, where do you get all that from? Well, I'm at the gym. I listen to two guys, Andy Frisella and David Goggins. How many have ever heard of those guys? Okay? If you're at the gym and you want to work out, listen to those two guys kick your ass. A lot of F-bombs, though. A lot of F-bombs. Just warning you. Okay? I'm just trying to work on the mindset of most of you. Most of you have very successful businesses. Most of you do. But we come to these seminars and we get information like that tax guy blew me away. Amazing. But like I said in that seminar today, these people are telling you how to do multiple business and houses, and most people are on their phones. Now, I have a couple favorite sayings. Believe it or not, I got this saying and I wear it at the gym because there's a lot of people, even girls, that are all bulked up. And the saying is, no one cares, work harder. No one cares. That's kind of my philosophy in life because you're going to have people that are associates with you and all they want to talk about is your drama or their drama and their families and their excuses. After a while, you're going to get so sick of it, those people are holding you back. And what I had to do is I had to just direct myself in another way to go somewhere else because I can't have that in my life. You can't. This business we're doing is a contact sport. You need to be talking to 7 people a day about real estate. Whether it's clients, whether it's anybody, okay? Well, I don't have that many people. Does everybody have an iPhone? Does everybody have an Android? Look at the bottom of your phone or your iPhone, because I have one. Look how many contacts you have in that iPhone. And the reason I say this is because last week or 2 weeks ago when I was on the call, I don't have a CRM. You know, everybody tries to sell you on their CRMs, you know, agent, whatever. I get it. But my sphere and everything is in a Rolodex. Do you guys remember what a Rolodex is? It's never failed me. Never at all. My wife and I do real estate together. We don't do as much business as a lot of you, okay, because I focus on helping other people grow. But my wife is a stager. So our philosophy is if you list with us, you get your house staged and house clean for free. And you're probably thinking, well, that's crazy. Items of value, folks. Items of value. You've got to separate yourself from other people. No matter what it is, you all have hidden talents. Okay? So let's get back to the morning routine. What are some of your morning routines that you guys have? And then it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and go, crap, I haven't talked to anybody about real estate. I know that because I was there. Oh, I'll just go to the gym. Is it too early for a beer? It's never too early a beer if you're in Maui. Okay? So, if you don't remember anything about my talk today, you've really got to change your morning schedule and get in the mindset. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something that you probably think I'm nuts. I have never seen an episode of Seinfeld, and I've never seen an episode of Friends. Exactly. Because TV is not your friend. Now, I do have Netflix for my wife because she's a Walking Dead freak. Okay? Walking Dead freak. I get it. I understand. But that's her. It's not me. Marguerite and I did some videos yesterday, and she was talking to me about how she did a house that was haunted. See, that stuff right there just scares the hell out of me. Because ever since I saw that movie, The Exorcist, I have never been the same. Never. But lo and behold, back in the early days, I had a buyer. We had to do an exorcism on a house. Do you know why? A person died in the home. And the family that I was representing wanted to buy a home in Realty of California. And it was farmland. And they wanted to plant so they can sell their wares on the street. This family was from Laos, next to Vietnam. And according to what they told me, people in Laos and the Hispanic community don't do dying in the home very well. Well, neither do I, but like I said, ever since that movie, so we had to schedule 3 hours for the exorcism. What I didn't know is there was 3 vans that pulled up, high priest in robes and hats, pots and pans, chickens to cook, and they brought bottles of wild turkey, which I still to this day don't understand that. Okay? No, this is while we were going through escrow. Yeah. It went through and everything was great. But I look back and I just freaked out over that stuff. Now that I'm older, I laugh. Because some of you are going through some shit right now. I know you are. You know, you've got clients that bitch at you. You got a spouse that's telling you you're not making enough money. Your kids are yapping at your feet. You got kids that think you're an ATM machine. I get it. I've been there. Okay? Been there. All you're trying to do is make enough money for your family. On the way driving from Sacramento to here, over by Davis, there's somebody that paid for a sign and go, I do 1% listings. I get it. I get it. I got one better. I pulled over. My blinkers are on. I called that woman. See, this is the thing. You got to have fun with this business. I called her up and I go, what are you doing? Stop it. We work too hard for our money. Especially some of you that you have clients that are trying to de-incentivize you and give them more. You know that 7% listing stuff? Some of you are afraid to try it. You got nothing to lose because in Sacramento, everything's about the listing. 3% listing, 2% listing, 1% listing. Well, I got to take that 1% because $1 is better than $0. You got to change your mindset. You need to know your self-worth. Because most of you, and the only reason I'm telling you this is because I fought for this for a couple of years. You're feeling less than. You don't deserve it. You don't. You know that old saying, you're trying to impress people that don't know you? We all are. It's all perception. Let me tell you the 3 things that I hate worse than anything. TikTok videos. And these are the 3 things that are running our country right now. TikTok videos, the Kardashians, and Hollywood. Okay? And the only reason I say that is because everybody's so worried about what other people's opinion are. If you want to be a role model for your family, start with your family. Make money for your family because your kids are watching you. And your friends' kids are watching you. You know the old saying, some people are holding their breath waiting for you to fail. Make them suffocate. I'm just giving you stuff off the top of my head that's going to spur you to have self-worth. Don't think that you're less than, because you're not. I am not telling you anything brand new. Because when I go to seminars, I want to be inspired. I want to cry. I want to laugh. Because feelings are what is going to move you. They're going to move you. Now, let's get back to making some money stuff. That letter for the attorneys, golden. But I don't want a cold call. Okay. But I don't want a door knock. Okay. But I don't want to hold open houses. Okay. But you better pick something. Because 87% of you in this room won't be here in 3 years. Do you know that 95% of all realtors retire on Social Security? When's the last time you've been to a retirement party for a real estate agent?
Old realtors actually never die. They just become listless.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I know. I want to show everybody before we transition into Marguerite here. This is how much I respect the trainers, everybody here at C4. I'm sitting back there, and I'm on my phone. But you know what I'm doing on my phone? I just completed the purchase of Atomic Habits on Audible.com. So, Frank, once again, you inspired not just all of us, but me, myself. So, since we are running...
You're welcome.
You're welcome, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Now...
Andy Frisella, he's the guy that started 75 Hard, and David Goggins.
So what we're going to do, guys, while we're doing this, we're going to have Frank sit right here. We're going to transition into part 2. Okay, that was part one. Awesome. Okay, and to be honest with you, I can sit and listen to this guy all day. In fact, when I can get him for a beer, I do, because I just sit there and soak it up. But we also had many requests for Marguerite to come back. Yes, Mama Marguerite, the great. She's going to sit right here. And with the remaining time we have, which I wish was longer, don't get me wrong. But here's the other thing, okay? Master Trainer C4, Master Trainer C4. So if you're in C4, you're going to get more of these guys in the future, and we already got them recorded in the past. So there you go.